Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about the testimony that the gun manufacturers did before Congress, okay? Which I think was a great missed opportunity, okay? These CEOs of these major gun manufacturers were called to testify before Congress, and they were questioned on the nature of the advertising that they do and who are they targeting and so forth. Now, the important thing to understand here is that the legality of what they're doing is not in question. Okay, so nobody is accusing them of doing something illegal, because if that was the case, then you just take the Fifth Amendment. You don't say anything. Okay, so if you're a mafia boss and you're called to testify before Congress, you know you've done illegal stuff. You take the Fifth Amendment. You don't say anything. But given that there's really no way that this could be turned against them, this is obviously a political stunt. Okay, this was an opportunity to completely flip the tables. These CEOs should have gone on full offensive. Okay, so what they should have done was they should have basically set up a gigantic whiteboard, not a small one like this, but a big one behind them, right, and put a couple of bullet points, okay, and use that as a basis to answer all of the questions, okay, because the focus of this of this questioning was with regards to the advertising that they were doing, right? So the answer to any question with regards to advertising of guns is they're promoting a constitutional right. Okay, it's a constitutional right. Absolutely, they should be advertising it. They should not be even a little bit shy about that. Okay, so this is an opportunity to get loud. Okay, to tell Congress, right, to tell those Democrat anti-gunners that they're promoting a constitutional right, and they will continue to do it because it's a constitutional right. Okay, that's the first thing. Now, with regards to advertising to youth, okay, that would be the second bullet point I would put here. Well, isn't the government pretty much in every high school advertising the military to the youth? Okay, so that would be my second bullet point. Okay, and here's the thing: as the questions are being asked, okay, I would have like a long pointer, and depending on which way the question seems to be going, while that congressman is speaking, I would be pointing to the answer in advance, so he can see it in advance, and that's going to irritate him, and that's fine. Let him be irritated. So I would point to the answer while he's answering the question. Okay? So the next bullet I would have up here is the purpose of the Second Amendment. Okay, purpose of the Second Amendment is to deter tyrannies. Okay, to deter a future dictatorship. And basically, what I would bring up is that the founding fathers, when they wrote the Second Amendment, they had not just come back from a hunting trip. Okay, they had just finished overthrowing their own government, which was a dictatorship. Okay, so that would be the third bullet point I would have up there. And what I would do is I would have a list of quotes from the founding fathers, right? All of them: Thomas Jefferson, Benjamin Franklin, George Washington. I would have a list of quotes. I wouldn't put that on the board over here. I would have them on a small paper like that. And I would just keep referring to those quotes, okay? So in case you guys haven't realized this yet, everything I'm telling you guys, I mean, basically it's a meme, right? It's stuff that you guys have already seen hundreds of times already on the internet. The point I'm saying here is the answers to the questions that the Congress people asked these CEOs are already out there, okay? The answer is already, the perfect answers are already out there, okay? So I would have basically purpose of the Second Amendment, deter tyranny. I would have a list of quotes from the founding fathers, and I would just keep banging them out, man, one after the other. They would probably end up telling me to leave, okay? I mean, that's how hard I would flip the tables on those anti-gun Congress people, okay? The fourth bullet I have up here is with regards to the school shooters, all right? Every time that comes up, okay? All right, the answer to that, okay, and for example, if I was the CEO of Daniel Defense, the answer to that is that it could have been prevented if the school staff was armed with Daniel Defense rifles. That is the perfect answer to give to Congress when they bring up the question of the school shooters. That would have made that CEO a legend, okay? I don't own a single Daniel Defense rifle. The reason is because I've got so many other good ones that are a lot cheaper, and for the most part, like I got Radicals that shoot 1-inch groups. I got a Palmetto that shoots like an 1.25-inch group. So I really haven't had a reason to go out and buy a $1,500 rifle. But listen, man, if this guy had said that to Congress, I would have been in the store like the next day buying like not just one Daniel Defense rifle, but probably 2 Daniel Defense rifles, because that would have been a legendary response to throw in the face of those anti-gun Congress people. I don't even know their name. I saw the video of the guy that was just running his mouth. The guy is not even important for me to remember his name. He's a nothing, okay? But the point is that if the CEO, and also I don't even know the name of the Daniel Defense CEO, and the reason why I don't know his name is because he didn't give the correct answers. He didn't give a legendary answer to make me remember his name, okay? So you got to give legendary answers. You got to do legendary things if you want to become a legend, okay? So one of the things I tell people is fortune favors the bold, okay? You want to make the big bucks, you got to put yourself out there. So the answer to the question with regards to the school shooters and are they promoting the school shootings is that all of those school shootings could have been prevented if the school staff had Daniel Defense rifles, or if they were putting this question to whatever, to Ruger or to whoever else was there. Again, I don't know any of the names of these CEOs because none of them said anything impressive, okay? And finally, the fifth thing over here is I would have finished off the response to any question that was asked with the phrase that shall not be infringed means exactly that, okay? That would be the end to every question, right? So if you ask the question about whatever, I would answer it. But the bottom line is that the ending statement will be shall not be infringed means exactly that. This is